As of today, September 30th, 2024, officially marks 10 years since Forza Horizon 2 first released. Man, I can't believe it has been that long since this game released. And I say that, I actually had to wait a few days after, as for some reason it released earlier in the US and it released on the 30th, so I had to wait a few days, but regardless, it's been 10 years, so let's take a little trip down memory lane and basically revisit Forza Horizon 2. I wish that I could play this in full and let you guys just reminisce on the intro screen. I can't because of copyright reasons, of course, with the music. It can make a grown man cry, you know? When I saw this for the first time ever, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Imagine if we got intros like this again in the Forza games. Forza Horizon 2 was the true last festival racer, and I don't know what happened after that. It's actually so impressive how this holds up 10 years later. Jumping from FH1 to this, for instance, was a huge leap. Horizon Europe, set in France and Italy. The music, I'm probably might have to yap over all of this, is what it is. This intro sequence obviously given us a taste of what's to come in Horizon 2. I honestly think, to this date, this is probably my favorite setting of a Horizon game, and I'll big up this game all the time. Horizon 2 really does hold a very special place in my heart. Just looking at it as well, it was so bright, and I know that probably sounds stupid, but when I play, you know, like the newer games, yeah, FH3 was also very good when it come to, I guess, the setting. FH4 being obviously set in the UK, all doom and gloom, and Mexico, yeah, again, that's bright, but not compared to this, you know. The lighting in this game really does wonders. Just look at this right now, man. Incredible. And another big thing in FH2 was the fact that they kind of removed a lot of the barriers around the map to make it feel like more of an open world. You can just drive across all of the fields. Yeah, you can still crash into a lot of the trees. It was a first for them, but just having that sense of freedom truly did make the game that much better. So in this game, selecting your first car, I always picked the Supra. Probably still gonna go with the Supra, as the other two options for me aren't really a fan favorite. So let's stick with a good old faithful. Something that still pains me to this day is this game is obviously only 30 frames per second. I still dream of getting the 60 FPS patch, which we're probably never gonna get. Got a place in the top 3 to get your Horizon wristband. And another new thing that they actually based the, I guess, career or story around in Horizon 2 was road trips. I actually really like them, and I do also miss the road trips from the Horizon games. And don't get me wrong, they did get pretty boring once you finish the main story, but just having them in general to, you know, do it was something different. And I'll hopefully try and show you what I mean after I finish this race event, depending on where I place, of course. Ideally, I want to come first, but look, I can just cut this corner here. Look at that, straight into first place. And there were so many race events as well that you could kind of take advantage of that. You could just completely cut the corners. Like here, for instance, don't have to slow down, just cut across. Easy. Give me my yellow wristband. There it is. Road trip to Castelletto. Yeah, these were great, the road trips within Horizon 2. I really liked that it was so different in the game. Or I can just cut across here. It wasn't a race, as you know, as long as you get there within the time limit, it doesn't matter. You can just cruise with, you know, all of the other driver tasks if you want to. Did we have rain in Forza Horizon 1? I feel like we did. I could be wrong. It has been a while, to be fair, but was FH2 really when they first introduced rain into the games? That is mad if so. There we go, arrived at Castelletto, first road trip done. Jumping back onto my main account, and another awesome feature in Horizon 2 were the car meets. You can cycle through all of the cars that are available. More cars usually end up pulling up, and before the servers went offline, there'd be actual players. These were great, and I really don't understand why they got rid of the car meets, because to what I know, people have been asking for these ever since Horizon 3, I believe they were last in. Feels good to be back on my main account. I've obviously got all my cars. Even the sense of speed on this game is really good. Oh, okay. No. Now, another thing I wanted to check out was something else added in FH2, and that was the bucket list. Hopefully you enjoyed the bucket list challenges they added to the game. I really did, to be honest. I thought they were a great feature, and it just gave you a little challenge to do around the map, and there was actually quite a lot of them. So you drive up to a car. For instance, this one here, we've got the McLaren P1. You've got to escape to the country in a McLaren P1. Who wouldn't want to do that? I also picked this one as we get to drive through probably the best city maybe aside from FH3. But the city in FH2 just felt alive, and it was good. We need another city like this again in a Horizon game. And going back to the sense of speed before I crashed before, look how good it is. Look at the camera shake. I know a lot of people don't really like the camera shake. Man, was it good. A lot of these bucket list challenges were pretty straightforward, although some of them would cut it down to the wire. This one might actually do so, unless I'm better than what I was 10 years ago when I played this game. Okay, so much better. Beat it by 10 seconds. Horizon VIP wheel spin. What are we getting? What car are we getting? Or money? Nissan Fairlady Z, I'll take it. I'll have to come back here when it gets to nighttime, as the city truly does look incredible. Now, another area that I wanted to check out, which I'm sure you can already see by the map if you played Horizon 2, is of course the dockyard area. This was so much fun, just coming here with a bunch of mates, or even if you just went online on your own, there'd always be people down here just drifting around, having fun. And then in the online modes as well, you could do, I believe, what's it, cat and mouse and king. I could be wrong, I could be thinking of FH1, but I remember there were a couple of the modes that you could do down here, and yeah, they were great. There's also a secret area that you could go to, which I think a lot of people used to go to just for their own little car meets, is you could come out of the, I guess, designated area, and we've actually got an AI car driving that way now. Go all the way over here to the pier and just kind of chill around this area. You could just sit down here, chill with your mates, drift around this. Oh, I remember they didn't actually introduce that you could just swap into your cars yet. Let me go to a festival site real quick. Now, another place we used to come to was the airport, or the aerodrome that it's called in FH2. But we used to come here all the time and just go up and down the runway in the fastest cars that we had. I remember this, the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale, was one of the fastest cars, not the fastest, but one of them. Just bombing it down here with this car was so much fun. Straight into the barrier at the end, and then driving it all the way back down into this and just sending it, flipping your car over. I think this is one of my favorite cars that I actually used to drive pretty much all the time in this game. I used to love it. We also had the golf course, which again was another great spot for the playground games. We used to love coming here and doing infected and just hiding from everyone, and it was a lot of fun. And of course, we can't forget about this area in Montellino. This was another area that you just come to with your mates. You'd just be chilling. Again, great area for the playground games. You had a lot of ramps around this area as well that you could go up. Scattered around all over the place, to be fair. Drift in and out of the warehouses. Man, we had it good. We really had it good. Oh. Well, that's a way to leave, isn't it? I don't think I even have it installed. I did not come prepared for that. But we had the Storm Island expansion, which took us to a whole new area of the game. And as you can imagine, it was just constantly raining and stormy over there. And we also had the Porsche expansion, which basically just added a bunch of Porsches into the game. We also had the bucket list. Then if you go to the Porsche Auto Show, there's obviously a bunch of really awesome cars for the time as well. I mean, still now, to be fair, you know, the 911 Turbo 3.3, great car. Carrera GT, 918 Spider. And although this was released the year after Horizon 2, we actually had a standalone game for the Fast and Furious. Gave us a bunch of awesome cars from the Fast and Furious movies, as well as the Lamborghini Huracan to still keep it related to Horizon. And it basically just gave you a part of the map of Horizon 2 that you could, you know, do a bunch of race events. There's even a couple of showcase events in here. But the coolest feature in this Fast and Furious kind of standalone game was the fact that we had NOS within a Forza game. They haven't done anything with it since, and it is a shame. I really wish that at some point they'd at least add it into a game mode or something. Just feels a waste, you know, to add NOS and never use it again. This was so cool. I remember playing this for the first time and having NOS. Look at it. Didn't really do too much, but even then, having it, very cool feature. Coming back to the main game, I just want to show the map as well, just all the different locations that we had, which I didn't actually show to begin with. There's a lot of really awesome and just different environments that you can experience on the map We've got Sister on over here. Obviously got the main city down here, which is, again, my favorite area easily. Although I do also like driving along the coast, which is around here. I believe San Giovanni, I think this was also another little like town that we had on the map. It is the right one. Okay, yeah, I remember the castle. You could drive through here. There's a bunch of road events, off-road events in this part of the map. Yeah, this was another really awesome place. I really do hope that we get another Horizon game similar to Horizon 2. All the lights is coming on as well. It is getting to nighttime. Just look at the lighting, which is going to look even better, by the way, when I get to where I want to go. This is exactly where I wanted to come back to, but also kind of wrap up the video here of our revisiting of Forza Horizon 2 10 years later. Twice in this video that's happened to me. There we go. Much better. They don't do it like this anymore. They really don't. It's been great to take a trip down memory lane, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But what I'd like to know from you guys is, what was your first Forza Horizon game that you ever played? Let me know in the comments. Drop a like rating on the video, as it really helps. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll catch you again real soon. So until then, peace.